Welcome back to This Is Not CBC.
All right, Canada, grab a coffee or whatever you drink while watching the government set your money on fire. Because Stephen Guilbeault has blessed us with another episode of Climate Hypocrisy Theater. So here's the deal. COP30, the massive climate summit in Brazil, is still happening, still going, still saving the planet. And Stephen Guilbeault, former Minister of the Environment and current Minister of absolutely nothing climate-related, decides to show up anyway. Yes, he flew there even though it is no longer his job. And guess who paid for his flights, hotel, meals, transportation, all the official visit perks? You, the taxpayer. Because when a former climate minister wants to cosplay as an international savior, apparently the public wallet is always open. So he jets down to Brazil, does whatever unofficial, totally not required climate schmoozing he wanted, and then, get this, flies home early before the summit even ends, just so he could be in Ottawa for a vote. You cannot make this stuff up. He burned all that fuel, on your dime, to attend a conference for a job he doesn't even hold anymore, and then ditched the conference early anyway. Absolutely legendary efficiency. Truly the Costco value pack of hypocrisy. All right, roll the video.
No. The meeting is almost over. We still have a vote today, which is why Minister de Brusen and I had to come back with another confidence vote today. So,
how can Canada lead on climate and nature if you're not part of these critical negotiations?
I mean, it's not the first time that, and one, like, I'm no longer the minister negotiating on climate change. I'm obviously responsible for nature, which is why I was there last week. In the past, I wasn't able to go to COP16 in Colombia for reasons that had to keep me here in the House of Commons. I was in daily discussions with the head of the Canadian delegation. I was talking to ministers when I was there, so unfortunately it would be better to be there, but circumstances made it impossible.
What can we expect from the nature plan?
When can we expect?
What can we expect from it, and when can we?
What can we expect? Well, I mean, the plan will show how we can meet our 30 by 30 goals as stated in the Columbia Montreal Biodiversity Framework. There are other targets, there are 23 targets in the framework. So the strategy will outline how we can meet many of those. I mean, we still have some time ahead of us, but obviously protecting at least 30% of our lands and waters is one of the most important targets in there. So that's what you.
And when will it be announced?
Prime Minister said in the coming weeks. I think he said.
Unbelievable. He practically shrugged and said, well, I'm not the environment guy anymore, but I went anyway. And yeah, I flew back early. Of course he did. Meanwhile, the rest of us are told to tighten our ecological belts. Drive less. Heat your homes less. Eat bugs. Smile while paying more taxes for the climate. But the people doing the lecturing? They're out here collecting air miles like Pokemon cards. And let's not forget, even Bill Gates, the billionaire king of climate sermonizing while flying private, has openly admitted the climate apocalypse talk has been exaggerated. Imagine being lectured into poverty, only to find out the fear marketing was dialed up for dramatic effect. What shocker. So, Canadians, maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop buying the performance. These people aren't climate leaders. They're climate gaslighters with unlimited access to your credit card. This is not CBC. Follow us if you actually want the truth, without the government-approved sparkle filter.